Conservation is what we've been doing here for 30-some years, and it's why we're still here.
Brian Johnson's conservation efforts have him following in the footsteps of his father, Alan, an early innovator who originally used no-till to help conserve water.
Dad started no-till back in '86, and we haven't looked back since then.
Today, the Johnsons focus not just on water retention, but on resiliency and soil health.
By having a healthy living soil that has pore space, you can essentially get through these tough times and build a system that has diversity not only above ground but below ground with the microorganisms.
Jamie says they achieve this through a wide diversity of crops and rotations, including cover crops.
We've done cover crops for over 12, 13 years now, and it's part of our rotation. It's part of what we do. We don't even think twice about not using them. It is just as important as everything else that we do on our farm.
But she believes the real key is their regenerative and holistic approach to conservation.
The whole farm, every single acre works in tandem, works in sync. Try to be intrinsic with everything that we do because the environment does all work together.
That was the main reason they introduced cattle back into the business.
Integrating the livestock back onto the land has really upped the game on the organic matter, reducing input costs.
In fact, by using livestock manure combined with variable rate and split applications, they use less commercial fertilizer.
If we can reduce our end-use ratio on our corn from 1 down to 0.6 is kind of my goal here. The less commercial fertilizer we use, the better for the environment.
And Brian says through no-till and their diverse rotations, they've also been able to decrease herbicide use.
By incorporating rye, for example, in our rotation after corn, we can change kind of how much herbicide we have to use in the spring on our soybean production as well.
At the same time, the Johnsons are seeing positive yield responses on their operation.
Our yields that we've seen have been steady or increasing for each year over the past, it's probably been 10 years now, and I attribute a lot of that to our soil health system.
They've also established new shelter belts and grass waterways and continue to look for ways to lower their carbon footprint and be more sustainable for their customers and for the future.
We are very passionate about what we do, and that's why we do the things we do, is so that we can hopefully create a legacy of nurturing the land.